Well, thanks for coming on this little journey with me. I'm just learning how to use these pan pastels. I've been watching other people do it, and I like Annie, and I think that they're really fabulous. And I've seen some really cool pictures online, and I wanted to see if I could figure out how to do it. So I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos and just figuring it out. This is my fourth page. I did 3 like kind of practice faces with different skin tones, and I found I like mixing my pan pastels on a little piece of paper before I go in on my picture, because when I went straight from the pan pastel to my picture, sometimes little clumps of pastel would be stuck on the bottom of my sponge, and when I go to blend, it would make little splotches that I didn't like. But if I blended it on a piece of paper and then used that to go to my picture, I had less of that. It was a lot smoother, so I just kept kind of doing that. I'm switching between 3 different tools. I have a red handled like eyeshadow brush, a little tiny black eyeshadow brush, and then this light blue sponge applicator. I was using the light blue one for my base skin tone, and then I was using my lighter tones, and then I was using the red handled one for my brown tones and the little small one for my red tones. So I originally started laying like just a base layer of color, and then I started putting in the low lights, like the shadowed areas. And then I added some highlights and blended it all together. And if at any point you feel like you're just getting too much pastel on your page and things are getting a little muddy, I would take a cotton ball and just kind of blend, and it would lift kind of the top layer of pastel off and give me a little more room for working. And so you could see there a minute ago, I added like a whole layer of a golden tone in all the highlight areas just to give her like a little bit of a glow. And then I had to go back and reapply my shadows again. And so I'm just kind of working those around. I added her a little bit of cheek color. It was like a mauve color, the same color I'm using there for her eyes. And I just kind of blend it. Put in the darkest concentration of color in the darkest areas, and then I would add like a little bit of white and mix it around and make it a little bit lighter and blend it out. Now we're moving on to her neck and her chest area. Again, I just lay down the base skin tone that I've made, and then I go back with my brown tones and put the shadows in. And then I'm going to come back with my golden tone and highlight. There you go. That highlighted area, and then blend it all back together again. So you just apply and take away and apply and take away till you find what you like. I think my base color skin tone was a mixture of some burnt sienna, a little bit of vermilion tint, and a light yellow tint, and a little bit of red iron oxide. And I just kind of blended them all together till I had a color that I liked. And you can just see how I put down the base coat, and then I added some shadow in, and then I put that golden tone in and just kind of blended it all together. Now I'm working some of the dark shadows in between the necklace area. Excuse my sniffles. Still trying to get rid of this cold. Oh, I got a little too far down, didn't I? I'll lift it up in just a second. And that was the cotton ball again, just kind of blending everything together, and you can see how beautiful it is. It just makes such smooth, beautiful. Now I'm laying a little bit more golden highlight across the highlighted areas. Over to my left, I had another copy of the black and white version of this picture, and I was referring back to that to look at where the highlight places were while it was black and white, to make sure that I didn't change any of the shadows or highlights when I was coloring, so that it still would be similar to the picture I started with, and I didn't change any shapes. Now I just picked up some of that mauve tone again and put it on her lips, and now I'm using a jelly roll to do the highlights. Give her that wet lipstick look. I also put the jelly roll like in the highlighted places, like on her nose and her eyebrows. You can't be afraid of those white highlights. They really help make things pop. And then y'all have seen me do eyes before. I do I always start with the lightest color. I wanted her to have kind of amber eyes, so I did a yellow, and then I went to light brown, and then a very dark brown ring around the outer edge, and then I went back to the yellow after I put the browns in. I put a royal blue line on her upper waterline, and then a light brown line on her lower waterline to help highlight the eye, and then just did the whites with a white pencil. And now I'm giving her some lashes and some brows. Got a little crazy with the brow there, so I had to erase it down a little bit and then put some more pastel back up there. Working on her pupils. Doing on that brow. She's just such a beautiful, stunning lady. I had so much fun with this picture. Now I'm just going back. That's an eraser, and I'm just taking off the pastel that crept onto the necklace and in places it shouldn't be, and I'm just erasing it off. And it's super easy. Like, if you don't like something, you just erase it. Well, thanks, you guys. Hope you enjoyed it.